day 22, I believe, I may be wrong, of the 30 days of stories, connection, and conversation as we go through the countdown to the Rhythm of Our Hearts, which will be on June 27th, which is a Saturday, and we're really excited. Today, I get the privilege of interviewing Mary Lathrop. She is the founder of Ripple to Wave Wellness Within. She is a licensed massage therapist, a body centered trauma specialist, an educator and speaker with over 14 years of experience in holistic healing. Her work integrates somatic awareness, therapeutic massage, breath work, embodiment practices, and nervous system support to help individuals reconnect with themselves through compassionate, trauma aware care. So we welcome Mary to the stage in just a second. All right. So, whoa, okay, did not want that. I am still learning Restream, so that's why Mary's little picture was so small. And now we've got a bigger image. All right, Mary. I can take over tagging if you want to
good.
say hello.
Okay. I was clicking at everyone. I don't know if that works. Hi, my name is Mary Lathrop, Body Center Trauma Specialist, and I am super stoked to be here with Darcy to talk about our upcoming event, The Rhythm of Our Hearts. So, welcome, and I can't wait to see where this goes today.
Well, we've already started the day with a really fascinating conversation. Hey, there's Amy at Indivara.
Yay.
Sound and Healing Arts. And we have another person at the Eyeball. So if you are here, if you could do hashtag live, and if you catch this on the replay, if you could do hashtag replay, that would be phenomenal.
I wonder if it's me.
Yeah. So I did share a lot of business information about Mary as we were getting ready to come on to the stage. Can you make it more into human terms? Not that it's not in human terms, but the passion.
Okay. Well, I think the lesson that I've learned over the years is really all healing, specifically my healing, began when I started to actually look inside. Once I stopped looking outside of myself. And so then my passion became anytime I experienced a huge aha moment, I became passionate about sharing that with others. So if I can feel this sense of relief, this sense of release, this sense of unburdening, I want to give that to other people. So that is why I have coined my own term as a body-centered trauma specialist, because it all is happening in our body. And that is where I found relief first, was through my body. And that's where I want to lead people back to, is back to their body, to find freedom, to find authenticity, not to fix or change or be something they're not, but really to find themselves at their core, who they've always been, not everything that's muddled up around it.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, as you've been working with people to find who they are at their core, what has been some of the responses? Like,
So I have people who experience just some lightness, some unburdening, and sometimes it's a clarity of a thought, like the thought is able to be just flipped and seen from a different perspective, kind of notice the thing that we're ignoring and how we've kind of hunkered down on our knowing of something without really acknowledging this little piece that we might be ignoring. And so with that kind of clarity, people are able to make a more informed choice, right? A choice out of discernment, not out of clinging or out of avoiding or forcing or pushing. And so once people can see things from maybe a different angle, or even, free some of the things that have been holding on in their body, it just creates this openness, this vibrance that creates the opportunity and availability for reconnection to who they've always been.
That's really beautiful. So when you see the change in the person, you see the lightness, are they aware of it as well, or do you help them to see it, to feel it, or is it just something organic?
Well, Darcy, because I know you have experienced some of my work, I'm curious, do you feel it?
After this morning, holy hell, yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I guess it's looking at where a person's at on their healing journey. So
Yeah.
I'm a seasoned journeyer. I think I just came up with a new term. I'm a seasoned journeyer. And so, and I do teaching. I facilitate healing experiences, but that doesn't mean I'm not, or I'm immune to healing on my own as well. And so that is the same. I guess I'm encouraging people who are on their healing journey. You don't stop. You must continue on with that understanding. And working with you this morning, it helped provide me some clarity. It outlined additional things I need to do as I continue on my path. And so, yes, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can see it. But then again, I'm seasoned, right? And so, if you come across someone who is new to the whole healing journey itself, and or new to you, do you help guide them through that?
Yeah. So I'll finish the other question and then come back, right?
Right?
So what I'm hearing is you feel it in the moment. So, yes, they experience the lightness, they experience the shift, the change. What I see is that bright light that comes on, not a little light, but the face, right? Your face lights up and it's like, oh, I
Yeah.
never saw it that way. Or even that curiosity. I asked you today to think of your body and then what animal represents that right now. And that was just a way of being light and funny and just trying to kind of break the ice, but your mind gave that to you.
Yes.
And you saw the connection and you could chuckle at it a little bit, and you will have that to reflect on throughout the day later. Is it true? What's not true about it? All of those things. And so sometimes I am just a guide. I'm a flashlight. The best thing about a shadow is as soon as somebody illuminates it, it's not shadow anymore. And then there's the choice. When it's not a shadow, you then have the discernment. Is this what I want? Or can I release it?
Yes. Truth. Oh, sorry, not crying. I have my eye tears.
It's
So
okay.
I did
There's
cry this
nothing
morning,
wrong with
earlier
crying.
today. So we do have Elle who is watching. So Elle, if you want to do hashtag live, that would be great. And if I just called you out and now you're embarrassed, I will chat with you later. I didn't mean to do that. Yay! Hey Rachel, welcome. So when you're thinking about the immersive that's coming up, and we use different terms interchangeably, but it's the rhythm of our heart's experience, and it's an immersive. Why does this matter to you?
For two reasons. Like, for this connection to be able to show up in front of community, in front of people that are in all areas of their growth journey, of their evolution, and be able to just offer the little tidbits that create the curiosity that could be the thing that um, is a catalyst for change, right?
Mm.
And so that's really exciting. Who's going to wander through the door? And what is it that they're going to need in that moment? But the other thing that is unique and really brings me into what the HHA is all about is that we're connecting with multiple different practitioners that are doing embodied work that may have a similar thread through it. And there isn't one completely right or completely wrong way for anyone to heal. One, if you're healing, it's right.
Yes.
If you're getting relief, it's right. But you might hear it differently when someone is talking about it in reference to romantic partnership and creativity. You might hear it completely different when somebody is talking about wisdom and lifestyle. How is that healing? But where you are as those topics come in and thread through is going to be exactly what you need in that very moment. The thing that turns your light on or our participants' lights on is the thing that they need in that very moment. And the thing that's even like squishier and lovelier about it is as a presenter, I am receiving the whole experience minus my 30 minutes. But what I receive in my 30 minutes is also going to be big and lovely. If one person has an aha moment, if I say something and I hear it and I have an aha moment, I mean, mission accomplished, right?
It is. It's making that difference on a cellular level that we may never know that we've made that difference because we come together as a group of um, six practitioners, well, six facilitators, and then I'm leading the story. But we're coming in to make a difference, to make an impact, to help people realize that they're their own personal healer 24/7. And what does that mean? And we're going to share what that means. And oh, by the way, we're going to give you a simple technique to take home and to utilize after the immersive. And the cumulative opportunity for healing, the cumulative opportunity for transformation from that moment on is incredible. And you have now found a community of like minded people who are non judgmental and want to support you in different ways as you continue on your journey. So, this is not like a catalyst and, oh, you're on your own. This is a catalyst and giving an opportunity for continued connection because community is so important. And this is why the Holistic Healing Alliance is coming into communities to establish relationships with communities like the Puyallup Parks and Rec, the Puyallup Public Library. And right now we're focused in Puyallup, but that doesn't mean that we're going to only be focused in Puyallup. So that is something that's really, exciting for me too. So to know that we're part of helping someone transform, and they're transforming on their own, they're healing on their own, but we're not going to let you be kicked out of the nest and not have any support. So that coming together with all of that and knowing the caliber of the people who are facilitating, like yourself, Mary, makes me want to giggle with joy and cry at the same time. It's just like, I'm so excited about this. Yeah. We have Amy at Indivara sharing, what kinds of ways or things do you practice that help you shift your perspective on something? perhaps a question you ask, or a way you visualize something?
That's a good question. Self-inquiry is the biggest catalyst for me. I think I connect and reflect quite frequently, connecting to my body, trying to check in. And as a beginner, it's really hard. As a beginner, it becomes noticing what happened yesterday and assessing it. Like, what did I want? What was I avoiding? And what am I ignoring about that situation? But then it turns into, after acknowledging it, it becomes into like, an hour ago this happened, and I can ask myself, what did I want, and what was I avoiding, and what knowledge was I acting on? And then an incident can happen, and before all of the words come out of my mouth, I can ask myself, what is it that I want? What am I avoiding? And honestly, sometimes it's like just noticing the feeling, like I feel defensive before I act defensive, and being curious about what is that feeling, what's being violated that I feel like I need to defend myself. So that's my practice, inquiry, asking myself those questions.
That is really an interesting way of going about it. And feeling your defensives go up, the work that you presented us with this morning about what are we avoiding, it wasn't jarring, but it was like, I don't want to look at what I'm avoiding because I'm avoiding it. But yet we don't solve our issues, or we don't address our issues if we continue with the avoidance. And so this was a very timely interaction with you this morning. Of course, there are no coincidences because that's how the universe rolls. So looking at that was really profound. So as you take that understanding, that technique, and apply it to the topics that you're going to share on the 27th, or should I say, do I even ask the question, because am I giving away too much? is that something we can anticipate for the immersive? Maybe just a touch of it and some other surprises, which please do not share.
I might touch on a little bit of that root cause of suffering, which is our attachment and our aversion, right? What we want and what we're avoiding. I might touch on that. And while we talk about wisdom and lifestyle, we will sprinkle in some of those curiosities, what you notice throughout the day, and can you become more aware of something? I don't want to give away what it is, but we have two tools that we have access to at all times that we sometimes either one, take for granted, or two, just ignore. And so those are the two things that I will be presenting, and we will be embodying in our experience. And then you will walk away with a simple task that you can do on a daily basis, on a minute basis, on, only when you're angry, only when you're sad. You can do it when you want to make a shift and change in that perspective and in that moment. That's what I'll be giving.
Beautiful, beautiful. We have Michelle Laverne, and she says good morning, and we say good morning back. Do you have any questions for Mary and anybody else as well who is currently watching? All
So
right.
Darcy, if I click on this little chat icon, does it show what's happening on
Uh-huh.
Facebook? Is that
Yeah.
right? Oh,
Well, and on YouTube, because this is,
oh, okay.
yeah. But honestly, and I humbly ask everybody who is here on Facebook to please follow me on YouTube so I can get one view. So it's like, right? So, but yes. Were you able to open up the chat and see what's going on?
I did. I
Okay.
see it now.
Yeah. So we thank everybody for being here. And do you have any questions for Mary about who she is, what she does, and her passions? Not strictly about the immersive, but damn, we are very excited about it. So just saying. So when you were asked if you were interested in participating in this experience, and yes, you are on the board of the Holistic Healing Alliance, so you are one of the number ones to be asked. What were your thoughts about the experience coming up?
I always, let's see, what was my first thought? Well, my first thought was, when is it and can I make it work? And then my first thought for you, Darcy, anytime you ask is yes. And then I work out the details. So I have been growing in excitement about what we're going to be offering as we've come together and met, and everyone is kind of highlighting how they want their little period of time to flow, and the feeling, the sensation that happens in the room, in the Zoom room, where we're there for an hour and we're just talking, but like you can just feel, like you can see in everybody's skin, it lightens up throughout the call. Maybe they're hard to get on video at first, or they got a scratchy throat, but by the end of it, everybody is like speaking so clearly. Their passion is alive and palpable, and that is the thing that has gotten me increasingly more excited every time we meet.
Wow. That is a critical view of it. I haven't noticed that. I can feel the energy, I can feel the excitement and the growth of interest within for the event, but I haven't seen the physical changes. And so now I'm going to have to watch.
Do it. Yeah.
Because we do meet, the opportunity to meet is twice a week to ensure that the event is going to flow. So there's care being put together for this event so that everyone has an impactful experience with it. Michelle says, I just think she is wonderful, meaning you. So that is a lovely sentiment.
Ooh.
So our next questions for the people who are on YouTube, and I am manifesting people to watch my channel. Indivara says, love your share. How/what do you practice to help empower your trust in self to help with your self-inquiry practice?
Ooh. The thing that I do every day is I have a mentor, and I join her every day for what she calls a nadi prana, which is a daily practice of focused intention, breath, and meditation. And that is what I've been doing. That's the thing that helps me release the emotions that I store throughout my day and life. And that's what moves things around in a way for me to have clarity to act more with discernment than I do with reaction. And I do that every day.
That's amazing. And what time of day because I know she's in Australia, what time of day do you get on? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, so she's in Australia and daily and her name is Manna Abraham. If anybody ever wants more information about her and the EMPR method, I'm always happy to share that. But she goes live at 6:30 every Monday through Saturday in Australia, which is 1:30 our time. But
Oh,
what I do is she makes a recording. And so I watch the recording and I generally start it at 6 o'clock. I had
wow.
been the one that was sharing it for other people in this area to watch, but I'm kind of watching it on my own and occasionally join in the group, but
Wow.
about 6 a.m.
What a great way to share value and helping people to come into themselves. That's really lovely. Rachel asked a question. She says, "Morning, beautiful people. Mary, how do you take time for yourself to heal?"
Well, I get to just click repeat. I show up every morning at 6 a.m. and participate in my own daily practice. I follow the leader and breathe. I breathe, I reflect, I meditate, I become more and more in touch with my own breath. I clean my own cellular memories and I move forward in that way.
That is really beautiful. We're rolling down to the last couple minutes of this live. Is there anything that you want to share with the audience? And audience, you have an opportunity for one last question if you'd like to drop that in. And we have 5 people at the eyeball. So if you're here, I know of 3 people. The other 2, if you want to do a hashtag live and say hello, that would be lovely.
I think that my biggest message to anyone watching, if they're contemplating the idea of coming and joining us, and they have any apprehension about um, being around strangers, sitting in another training, um, being seen or heard or even understood, any of those apprehensions, if there is even just a little spark of courage that you have inside of you to just step in to your power, to just join us, we are going to be in the safest environment. We are all doing some training around um,
Sorry,
trauma
y'all.
awareness, and we will all be there to support and catch you. So just step into that courage and join us.
Awesome. 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 We've had a request for me to drop my YouTube channel. Everybody here, please follow. Thank you, Indamara. So I'm looking for where I can post it or paste it onto Facebook. So thank you for the ask. And we did have a little bit of a hiccup because there was a connection issue for just a flash. So let's see.
I saw that you went dark, but did I go dark?
I didn't see you go dark,
Okay.
but that means no one saw you. But all right. Thank you for the ask for the YouTube link. That makes sense. How can you follow me if I don't share it? And that's key, right? Is visibility. We all of us have messages to share, but if we don't speak it, then no one knows. And so I think that's really important. And that is, floating within my heart and in my mind to support the HHA community in sharing who they are and what they do. Can you click a reply to comment, perhaps? I don't know what that means. Do you not see the link, Amy? Because I do see it. All right, we're down to our last 30 seconds, so I want to go ahead and sign off. Rachel says, Mary, thank you. And how is the light you shine going to benefit? And how is the light you shine going to benefit us all? I don't think it is a question. I think she's saying that you are a light that shines.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Blessings. We will be back for another live tomorrow. It will not be an interview. We will be back at 10. So everybody is welcome who is participating with the event to come on to the screen, to the stage. And yeah. And then Monday, 4 p.m. PST, we will be interviewing our next facilitator, who is Ren Stewart. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And Indivara is asking, does Mary have a link to reach her to schedule with her? She absolutely does, and she will post it in the comments after we are done here. So blessings, everybody, and thank you.